play for today, The Night of Nights, is based on an article appearing in next Sunday's issue of the American Weekly, the magazine distributed with all Hearst Sunday newspapers from coast to coast. Front-page dramas are produced in the studios of the General Broadcasting Company. It's a night when almost anything can happen. And now, as the rain splashes down on a flying field, it seems to beat out a rhythm of expectancy. Glistening in the lights stands a long, low car. A tall man, his shoulders hunched up to his hat brim as though to fend off the rain, is picking his way toward the plane dispatcher.
How long before that plane from New York gets in?
Well, sir, she ought to be setting her tail down any minute now.
You're sure?
Sure, I'm sure. As sure as ever we can be about planes in weather like this. She was reported 70 miles from here only a few minutes ago.
If anything happened to it since then, you'd have heard by now, wouldn't you?
That all depends on what happened and where. Sometimes it's not any too easy telephoning from the middle of a lake or a patch of woods.
Well, I wish you'd had time to take a train.
You ain't nervous now, are you?
Yes.
Oh, sure, it's only kidding I am. Why, the plane will be here any minute. That pilot's no amateur. Why, many's the night he's made the run in worse weather than a little sprinkle like this.
I hope you're right.
Hot now. Listen.
That him?
Sure, that's him.
Hey, Charlie! Here she comes! Hit them field floodlights!
Pardon me, Professor Sutherland.
Yes? You are...
Baxter. Walter Baxter. My car is waiting right over there. It's just time to make it.
I'm sorry to be late, Mr. Baxter. The weather...
Oh, I quite understand. Glad you're here now and safely.
Yes, your interesting letter arrived so late I had to come by air.
Yes.
You really think...
Yes, but I'm going to let you judge for yourself. Come along, Professor, please.
This is the place?
Yes, it doesn't look like anything from the outside, but wait until we get in.
Hello. What's this gun hanging here for?
That's the doorbell. Strike it, please.
Well, why don't they open the door?
Have patience, my dear Professor. Things are done with style here, even opening the door.
Who wishes to enter the house of the spirit?
Good evening. I have brought a friend with me. May we come in?
One moment, please. Enter, please.
Go ahead, Professor. Mr. Sutherland.
Thank you.
This way, please. You have come at a most opportune time. Tonight is the night of nights.
Indeed.
This way, please.
Certainly dress the place up, don't they? Smell that heavy incense?
Yes. These drapes and lighted braziers are most interesting. They seem to have spared no expense.
Why should they? They get a wealthy clientele. Not too near the front, please. These two chairs at the back will do us.
As you wish, friend. I will now take your offering now, please.
Oh, certainly. Here you are.
Thank you. May the spirit bring you glad tidings and much good fortune. Excuse me now, please.
Well, they keep this place pretty well lighted for a seance room, don't you think?
Materializing mediums have gone scientific now, Mr. Baxter.
Yes.
You see, the day of cheesecloth and horns, bells, and tambourines in the dark is getting to be a thing of the past. Do they lower these lights during the seance?
Yes, for one part of the routine. You'll see. Things are about to commence.
Faithful ones, I am happy to welcome you to the House of Spirits. Madame Zara wishes me to state that tonight is the night of nights. Absolute quiet and intense concentration are necessary to the success of the demonstration. Faithful ones, I present to you Madame Zara, the great and true mistress of the occult.
Good evening, my faithful ones. I bid you welcome. Tonight, my spirit control will bring you the likenesses of those who have passed through the veil. I shall come down from this platform and take my place in your midst, so that there can be no question of the truth which I am about to demonstrate. I call to your attention the 3 artists' canvases placed on the platform. As you see, they are blank. Will you, sir, go up and assure us that the canvases are really and truly blank?
Aye, certainly.
Well?
Yes, Madame is quite correct. The canvases are unmarked.
Thank you. my faithful ones, spirit artists are standing by, ready to paint the portraits of friends and dear departed ones of those assembled here with me. As my servant warned you, silence is absolutely essential to the success of the spirit demonstration. The lights will be lowered so that you may see the artist's handiwork. And I ask you to keep your eyes upon the canvases, as the portraits may appear on any one of them. As the music ceases, the lights will go out. Watch closely. Don't take your eyes from the canvases, not for a second, or you may distract the spirit artist. Watch. Quiet, please, quiet. Watch.
Look, Sutherland.
By Jove.
You see? Something is taking shape on that middle canvas.
Yes, the picture of an old man.
Ah, the picture is completed. Does anyone recognize the portrait?
I do. It's my father.
Light, please. There, my faithful ones. You see the canvas upon which the spirit artist painted is still blank and unmarked.
Well, Professor?
Interesting.
Is she a fake?
Is this the end of the seance?
No, there's one more manifestation. Tell me, what do you think?
Wait. Let's see the whole show.
And now, we may be able to receive a message from this gentleman's father beyond the veil. I hold in my hand, as you can plainly see, a common everyday telephone. But no wire extends from the instrument to connect it to anything. By means of a tiny amplifier in the receiver, it is possible to hold a conversation with the dear departed. I shall give the instrument to this gentleman and ask him to try to converse with the spirit of his father. Take the receiver off the hook, please. I must again ask everyone to be especially quiet during this demonstration. The slightest interference will ruin the contact with the spirit world. Now, call your father.
Father, this is Henry calling.
Call him again.
Father, this is Henry calling. Have you a message for me?
Hello, Henry.
Quiet, please, quiet.
Yes, Father?
Do you remember when I was a director of the First National?
Of course, Father.
What did I tell you about handling stock?
You said to make a small profit and get out.
That is right, Henry.
Father, things are different now.
Buy instead of sell.
But, Father, the last time we spoke together like this, you said...
Many things have taken place since our last conversation, Henry.
Then, shall I buy the stocks I'm considering?
Yes, Henry. Buy all you can. I must leave you now. Goodbye, my son.
The demonstration is over, my faithful ones, and I hope that you will all be with me next Monday night, when I shall again attempt to communicate with the spirit world. And now, good night.
Out
Good night.
this way, please.
Well, what do you say, Professor?
I still say it's very interesting.
Is she a fake? That's what I brought you up here to discover.
I'm inclined to think so, but I shouldn't like to say until I've proved it.
What makes you think she's a fake?
That telephone conversation had all the earmarks of a plant. The man referred to a former conversation he'd had with a spirit voice.
He has had several before this.
Oh, how do you know?
Well, he is my business partner, Henry Drake.
By Jove.
See, that's
Your
why...
partner?
Yes, that's why I wanted you to sit near the back and duck out as soon as it was over. I didn't want him to see us.
And he believes he's talking with his own father?
Yes. Henry follows every message. I can't reason with him. I can't make him see that he's ruining us financially. He trades our stocks according to the messages in the seance.
Well, this is serious, isn't it?
Very serious indeed, Professor. That's why I sent for you. If this medium is a fake, I want you to expose her in front of Henry. It's the only way I can save the firm.
Mr. Baxter, we're coming back here next Monday night. You, your partner, and I.
Here we are, Professor. Have you got everything?
Yes.
Well, what are you talking about, Walter?
Why, you know the professor's leaving tonight, Henry. I wanted to make sure he hadn't forgotten anything.
Who wishes to enter the house of the spirits?
I do. That is I and my friends here.
One moment, please. Enter, O faithful ones. The spirit demonstration is just beginning. Tonight is the night of nights.
They haven't started to appear yet.
No, Madame Zara is just commencing her talk. I will show you to your chair.
Down front tonight, please.
Yes, as near the front as possible.
But certainly. If you will let me have your offering.
Oh, yes, of course.
Here's mine.
Here you are.
Mine, hurry.
Essential to the success of the spirit demonstration. The lights will be lowered so that you may see the artist's handiwork. Now, I ask you to keep your eyes upon the canvases. As the music ceases, the room will be in total darkness. Watch closely. Do not distract the spirit artist.
Walter, look at the blot on the picture. The whole face is disfigured.
Lights! Lights! Why, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my faithful ones, but someone has disturbed the spirit. Lights, please. Ah, there. The canvas is blank. It is truly a revelation of the spirit.
That's right. Look, Walter, look, Professor.
But I thought you said...
Wait.
Now we shall see if the spirits will speak to us. I am going to ask this gentleman who has been successful here in past seances to call his father over this telephone, which you can plainly see has no connecting wires. And I must ask you again all to be especially quiet. The slightest interference will ruin the contact with the spirit world. Now, call your father.
Father, this is Henry calling. Have you a message for me?
Oh, wait, please, wait, there's something wrong, wait.
I'll say there is. They kill you, fake.
Wait, my faithful ones, wait. Let me explain.
You see, Henry, what did we tell you?
I don't understand.
I'll explain, Mr. Drake. The picture of your father was done with anthracene, a substance visible only in the ultraviolet rays. When the lights are turned out, these rays are played on the canvas, bringing out the picture. Tonight, when the lights went out, I threw a wad of cotton soaked in anthracene. You saw the result. If you look on the floor, just under the easel, you'll see my wad of cotton.
Look, Henry, there it is.
But the voice...
You remember Madame Zara stressed the fact the slightest interference would ruin the contact with the spirit world? Well, I brought along a little interference. That's what the Madame's telephone is, a miniature radio receiving set. The transmitter ought to be here.
Hey, what is this? You can't come in this room.
Why, he was my father's voice.
Well, what of it?
But how could you know so much about my father?
Well, I think our friend here is a great reader of the obituary notices. Your father, Mr. Drake, was a very prominent man at the time of his death.
So you're the smart guy that queered the show, eh?
I'm afraid I am. You're very lucky that I'm not attached to the district attorney's office.
You ain't? Well, then why did you...
Simply to protect the interests of these gentlemen here. Well, shall we go, gentlemen? My train goes...
Yes, Professor. Let's. Come along, Henry.
Say, Professor,
Yes, Madame Zara.
be a good sport and do me a favor, will you?
If I can.
If you ever run onto any new tricks, drop me a line.
Be sure to read the interesting details of this article when it appears in next Sunday's issue of the American Weekly, the magazine distributed with all Hearst Sunday newspapers from coast to coast. It will be published under the title, Mediums Now Using Modern Science for Their Fakes. This is Wentworth announcing, and turning the microphone over to your own announcer.